So today we got another awesome sub 250 drone on tap. It is the new Eachine EX5. Let's take this little baby out, see what it does. Let's go. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. It's good to see you. If this is your first time here, my name is Keith and this is Alien Drones. And I do mostly drone tech, technology, photography, tips and tutorials, and industry news. If that's something that's of interest to you, you may want to hit the subscribe now. That way you'll be notified if there is something new that might be of interest to you. All right, so as I mentioned, this is the Eachine EX5. Pretty dandy looking little mini drone, it really is. So we're going to take it off first here, see how this thing flies, see if it does the functions that it's supposed to here. Now, one of the first things I want to mention is that this particular remote has this kind of cool little pop-out little clip here for the phone. And I'm not really a big fan of this particular design. When I put my phone in here and you can snap it back in, it pushes on the buttons because there's kind of no place for the buttons to go in here. So when you push on it, first it's kind of in my way and it keeps wanting to turn my phone off. So it's not the snazziest design with how they hold on to this phone. I'll try to make it work. I think this guy with the lawnmower is now deciding to mow right around me because he saw a camera set up here. So I think he's excited to try to get him safe. So maybe we'll get that lawn mowing guy in the video in a little bit here because he seems to want to just mow around me in a circle for some reason. We'll see how that goes. So first we've turned the drone on itself. We're going to go ahead and connect the Wi-Fi to the phone. It is a Wi-Fi drone. There is no SD card that is in the drone itself. So we're going to have to make sure that any of the video that we capture is going to be captured to the phone. There is no way to capture it other way. So if we lose transmission, we're going to lose that video. So I'll have to keep that in mind. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and give this a calibrate here. There we go. Horizontal, vertical. All right, and there we go. You can see we do have some video coming in here. So we are good there. It's nice there's no people out here besides the lawn mowing dude. All right, so let's go ahead and give this a shot here. With that, all we should have to do really, since we're calibrated, is unlock the motors, which are down and out on this particular one. So we're gonna go ahead and do down and out. One key takeoff. Boy, it's a little wobbly. There's not much wind, a tiny bit, but I don't know if something is maybe unbalanced a little bit. But so as always, I like to go around a little bit lower here. You can see we've got a fence around, and that is on purpose. I always like to make sure if the drone is going to actually go somewhere and take off on its own, that I'm low enough where I can catch it. So let it run into a fence rather than running up into the airspace or landing on a highway. Now the actual wind has dropped down a little bit, and you can see it's actually stabilized quite a bit. It's sitting here pretty good actually in front of me here. So I think I feel a little better. Now this does have GPS, of course, so let's take this around low, see what this does here, see what the video looks like. Well, this thing's pretty snappy, I gotta say that. It is trying to fight that wind, but you can see it's fairly bouncy here. Of course, these darn things that are so little, that's one of the things that happens. So it does have an adjustable camera by the app itself or on the remote itself as well. You can see there that we're going up and down kind of at a nice little slow pace. So if we're trying to get some video, too bad this video isn't stabilized because I think it would do a really nice job. There's of course a shot of the lawnmower guy who decided to go back and forth in front of me. I don't know, like I say, I think he's just trying to make a point, but he's just kind of going back and forth here, as you can see. All right, so let's just do a little video so you can see what that looks like here. It's flying actually pretty good though, it really is doing a nice job. Alrighty, so let's take a couple pictures. There it is. All right, so let's go ahead and try the few of the functions here. We do have a circle me mode and we do have a track, so we can try that as well. Just see what happens with that. Oh, there it is turning around. Okay, let's see if it gets me in the orbit. Indeed, it is doing a nice small orbit. There we go. Okay. So it is, there we go. It is doing a pretty nice little orbit. Looks good, looking good. Alrighty, so let's get me back in the picture again here. So there we are. I'm gonna try this one more time. That follow didn't seem to work worth a darn here. So let's see if we can make that thing do something here. Let's try that follow mode again. All right, and there I am in the picture. So let's go ahead and try this one more time. Clicking on the follow. And for some reason it is deciding it's gonna head due south. Well, it is not working for me at all. I don't know where it's going, but I am not over there. So unfortunately, looks like that follow mode is a fail here. Now, I mentioned in my last video too, you know, this follow mode in orbit, is this something that you guys do much? Or am I wasting my time helping, you know, see if this works for these drones or not? Is this really something that is useful to you? Please let me know in the comments if this is something that you usually do, and if it works, what you use it for. All right, so the follow mode after a couple of tries here for whatever reason. I'm not sure what compatibility that might be, but it is what it is. But let's do a little range anyway and just see kind of how it goes. Okay, so it just cycled a return to home. I'm assuming it's a low battery return to home, but you can see as well as I do this double kind of a thing here. I'm not exactly sure what this exclamation point is. Looks like they could possibly use a little bit more work on the wrap, but it is coming down above me here. All right, so you can see where this landed here on a low battery return to home apparently. That is one thing in the kit that I'll mention, but there was only one battery in here with this particular kit. And of course now I would like to go out and do some more range and some things because I wasn't able to get very far. With that one battery, that really does limit the amount of time that you can spend doing testing of a drone, because that wasn't very long. I will double check at this video and I'll put the amount of battery time that was actual flight up here in this video. I'm not sure how far that was, but I'll pop it up here so you can see it. But you can see here, I mean, that's a solid 10 feet. Again, it is much better than nothing. I have flown drones that have no GPS, and that is very difficult. When you lose those, they just take off and fly. So certainly the GPS did work. So this indeed is a pretty nice little starter drone. I mean, for around $100, it does a nice job with the GPS, brushless motors, things like that, even if a couple of the functions are a little quirky, a few of the features. But really, that is a pretty nice setup. And for 100 bucks, also I will put the links in the description as I mentioned, but I also have some coupon codes that should be able to get you a little more off of that. I mean, so if you can get this thing for under $100, I mean, really, I've had some junk for $100 or less, and this is not. This is a contender, I have to say. With that, I really do appreciate you guys coming along, and I hope you enjoyed this drone. Really, it was fun to fly. For that kind of price range, it seems like a pretty fair deal. So with that, make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button, I really do appreciate it. And until next time, next video, good flying. Boy, that lawn mowing guy is irritating. I tell you, that guy.